Hartford.
Welcome back to ESPN's continuing coverage of the PBA King of Bowling, powered by AMP. We are in Lake Wales, Florida at the Kegel Training Center. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, Brienne Pedigo here with you. The first of 5 consecutive Wednesday nights on ESPN2. Our second show coming your way April 29th. And you will see U.S. Open champ Mike Scroggins taking on Patrick Allen, an all-lefty clash to determine who will take on the King. That one at 9 Eastern on ESPN2. Barnes has gone strike, spare, strike, 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 which means he's sitting on a potential ham bone. Just shy of a big 4, but still a big mess.
Wow.
Well, and the difference, Rob, is the higher rev rate of Chris Barnes, more revolutions, is going to read the dry part of the lane much more aggressively than Norm Duke's ball. Norm's much softer with his hand and just kind of letting the lane take it. So if Chris jumps on one just a little bit, he runs the risk of doing what he just did there, and that's leaving the 6, 7, 10.
Great pickup. Crowd getting up.
That ought to get him amped up, no pun intended, but there's no other way to make that unless you bounce it out. He covered it perfectly.
I like the composure here by Barnes. Huge pickup. Back to work here in the 7th. We've heard it over the course of the last couple seasons, Randy. A lot of folks telling us, taking on Chris Barnes, we got a chance if it's one match. If it's an extended format, odds are he's going to be your winner. He is easily one of the most feared bowlers out here.
Well, anybody can beat anybody in a one-game match, as you know, Rob, but you're exactly right. See how much softer off the end of the pattern his ball is? Don't say no. Yes, you do. And that was a huge split conversion for Chris Barnes because he's still only 22 down. The problem is Norm Duke is throwing strikes, and he's got the pocket on both lanes.
6 strikes and 7 frames for Duke. We begin the 8th. Leaves the 4, a little high on that one.
And you saw our catch comparison of both players playing the lanes in terms of location at approximately the same spot. They're both right around the first arrow. Now that location is marked at about 15 feet where the arrows are, the 5th board, 6th board. The difference is in rotation. Chris Barnes' rev rate is right at about 400. Norm Duke's right at 300.
Duke and Barnes met in the title match of the PBA World Championships back in October 26th. Won by Norm, and there is your king, Wes Malott. And I got to tell you, I'm a little disappointed with Wes. He's not using the crown. He's not using the robe, the scepter.
He's just not acclimated yet, Rob.
It'll take time.
Give him some time.
Barnes drops all 10. And there, you know, you're getting the feeling that Wes is now saying, all right, the gimmicky stuff is fine and all, but it's time to focus in on my competition and how these lanes are breaking down because I've got money on the line up next.
Or maybe he's just kind of more of a casual king.
Lead by example. I mean, I'd like to see the court. I want some jesters, some juggling people, doing some somersaults.
I want to see
someone making jokes.
The guy that breathes the fire. I want to see that guy.
Maybe we can get that in the budget next year. We begin the foundation frame 9th. Yeah! Get on down!
He gave that the look. You know, Rob, when you give it the look,
gave him the stink eye.
The stink eye. Nice. There it is. I saw it.
So Barnes now with 3 in a row. 3 in a row gives way to Duke, whose advantage is at 2. Stormin Norman kicks them all. The winner with a 1-game match versus Player of the Year, Wes Malott, for the title of King.
What a beautiful shot. Now, here's the deal. You want me to bring you up to speed, Rob?
Please.
Well, if Norm strikes out, he shoots 259. The best Chris Barnes can shoot 257.
So you're telling me Norm can win if he strikes out here?
Yes.
Thank you. Strike number 1 in the books.
1 more and 9. He moves on to take on the big nasty Wes Malott for the battle of the kingdom and the crown.
What kind of king do you think he'll be remembered as, Wes Malott, if he doesn't hold on to it? Are we talking like King Louis XIV? King Tut? Larry King? What kind of king is he going to be? Duke's second ball in the 10th.
Come on, Norman.
Now, Chris Barnes needs 2 in the 10th, and he will take down Norm Duke.
Come on, Norman.
This one pushes just a little bit too long down the lane, leaving the flat 10 with a hopeless messenger looking for it, and he knows it. Guess what? We get to see Barnes perform in the 10th frame yet again.
Now, this is more like Norm Duke bowling, not what we saw at the U.S. Open in the title match a few weeks back.
Yeah, when you talk to Norm about the U.S. Open, he said, you know, I think I made the wrong ball choice.
Never really seemed comfortable out there, really battling the oil. Now here's Barnes, needs 2 strikes and then 2 pins to take on the king, Wes Malott. I like it. I like it a lot.
Pretty good shot there. Remember, the U.S. Open, he needed that first strike in the 10th. He threw it that looked just like this ball right here, except that solid 8 was standing. 1 more for Chris Barnes and 2 pins, and he will move on.
Barnes puts himself in similar positions almost every other week on the tour. That's a compliment. That means he's making TV, means he's making money, means he's moving up the Player of the Year list. He always seems to have some clutch opportunities to shine or to fall. A handball moves him on.
Can't throw him any better than that. I mean, this is just piped.
Just don't throw a gutter ball. Mission accomplished. Barnes, Malott for the title of King. 257, 248. Advantage Barnes.
Chris Barnes moves on to play our king, Wes Malott. Now, you know Wes really likes the scorpion oil pattern. How do you feel about bowling him on his favorite pattern?
Well, actually, I think we renamed that pattern the Beast pattern. You know, it's pretty much a league shot for him. It seems like every time he bowls on it, he averages 260. So, you know, I ought to be lucky. This time I was the benefactor. I got Norm had some bad breaks, and I was the recipient. But I'll probably need some more if I'm going to advance.
The challenge for the king coming up next, guys.
Thanks, Bree. And when we return, PTI co-host Michael Wilbon joins us to talk PBA and his upcoming challenge match with the current king, Wes Malott.
with Mike Brunsky, MVP of the Kopinski appendectomy. That was quite an effort today, Mike.
Yeah, thanks, Mary. Got to give credit to the team, though. You know, they really stepped up, helped me watch the Colorado-Arizona game cast, kept John out of shock.
Was the crowd a factor?
No, but John screaming was a surprise. Lost a lot of respect for him today.
Understood. Now back